Sometimes, the legal battle isn't about guilt or innocence, but about a child's right to stability. In this family law proceeding, the court is grappling with whether a young child needs intensive, specialized care or if reunification is possible. This hearing concerns the custody and welfare of the Brown children before the court in 2026.
Proceedings. I'm not sure if there was a paternity test or if he was just the alleged father. If so, I haven't told him anything. I just told him that he needed to speak to his attorney, and he just told me to leave him alone until that's been done.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's court orders ordering him to pay support. So there's been a finding that he's the father, whether he did genetic testing, whether he didn't show up and defaulted, whichever. There's a court order that says, congratulations, Mr. Parton, you're the dad. And that is now about as set in stone as it can be. So I guess, Mr. Morales, we'll see. Have you had contact with him?
Judge, I did. He came to my office during the adjudication hearing, or I'm sorry, the adversary hearing, and the impression I got, we didn't discuss a DNA test at all. I was kind of under the impression, or I thought I left him enough information to let him know that he's already been adjudicated in that CPS hearing, or I'm sorry, the AG case, and so I didn't think he was anticipating a DNA in this one. In all honesty, I think he just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to have any kind of criminal neglect type charges. I think that seemed like his biggest concern, but he did not want to participate in services or be involved in any way. And so I'm not. I honestly think that maybe he thought that this was an avenue to have his rights terminated, and I explained to him that's not necessarily the case. So
yeah, okay.
I just pulled that order and it looked like it was a default order. He just
it was
okay. Well, you can let him know. Too bad, so sad that there won't be any further genetic testing. That he's it, and so he can either participate or not, and then whatever the consequences of that may be. But
okay, Judge.
I just want to make sure he understands there ain't gonna be another bite at that apple.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, not unless some other man steps forward and says, wait, I think I'm the dad and I was never served with notice of that. So
okay.
Okay, Ms. Garcia, I'm sorry to interrupt with all that.
In family court, once a finding of paternity is established, even by default, that status is extremely difficult to overturn. The court prioritizes the child's stability, meaning procedural technicalities like whether a DNA test was conducted often become secondary to the existing legal order.
Anything further?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Mr. Nowak, do you have any questions for her?
Just briefly, and first, thanks, Sylvia, for taking my phone calls and always talking to me. Keisha tells me that she's having difficulty getting a hold of the providers for the parenting classes. She's calling them, she's just not getting through to them. And she asked me, is there any way she could do online parenting classes? Or can you assist her with getting through to these people to schedule the in-person classes?
I think it would be best if I just help her set up those services, just because she would do better if in person instead of virtual, just because I've had virtual contact with her. I do every Tuesday the visits, and she doesn't stay engaged as well, so she would benefit better in person.
I think you're right. If you would reach out to her and work with her on getting those scheduled, I sure would appreciate it.
Yes.
Thanks, Sylvia. Judge, I'll pass the witness.
Judge, just kind of as a follow-up to Mr. Nowak's question, Sylvia, has the mother obviously has a guardian in this case. Has a family support worker been assigned to her?
A parent support worker has been assigned to her, but she wasn't picking up any of her calls. Up until recently, I did have Keisha call her as soon as we got off the phone, and I double checked with the parent support worker, which is Deja, just to make sure that she was going to be able to help her. And she actually is going to pick her up because she has an appointment with TPC, and so we want to make sure that we get that service going.
Okay.
Sylvia, did you say Tasia?
Yes.
I'm
sorry, not Deja. Deja.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you. That's all I have.
Ms. Garcia, what's the full name of the parent support worker?
It's Deja Moore.
Would you email her contact information to Mr. Nowak?
Yes, I can.
And
Thank
then
you,
to
Doug.
and also to Ms. Kincaid?
Yes.
Maybe they can talk to Mom about how important this lady's role can be and how helpful it can be. Okay, Mr. Morales.
Judge, I have nothing to add other than what I added. I will get with my client though, just to let him know the information that you had asked me to address with him, Judge.
Okay. Appreciate it. All right, and Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, no questions, just a report if you're ready for that now.
I am.
Okay. With Kaysen, he is definitely improving. He started very.
In cases involving children, the court's focus shifts heavily toward the best interest of the child, which requires detailed reports on the children's emotional and physical needs. The judge is actively managing the case to ensure necessary support services, like parenting classes, are connected to the parents.
Aggressive, both with kids and adults. He's much better with kids now. He still can be aggressive with adults, especially new adults. He can really act out at nap time and bedtime, and when he doesn't want to go to bed, he often tries to hurt himself. And so they're working on him with that. He bites himself and hits himself, and so they're working on that. They also are having trouble with him taking off his pull-up and potentially making a mess with some of the contents. But he is doing better. He is improving all the time. With Colton, we've had some difficulty just recently getting in touch with his placement, but we found some other contacts for them. But previously, when we contacted him, he was doing very well there. I am very excited about a placement here in region. I would absolutely second the recommendation that in-parent parenting is really necessary. These kids are very high need. They are a handful. And in fact, going back to Kaysen, he is still very young. I think we need to continue to be monitoring him for any additional testing he may need. There is some thought from placement that he may need to be tested for autism as well. So the new placement needs to be aware of all of those things, and we need to continue monitoring when that change takes place. But I very much believe as much hands-on training that mom can get, the better. But right now, they both seem to be in safe, appropriate placements and doing well and improving. And I am very much excited about the possibility of moving them in region.
Is Kaysen, let's see, he's no longer eligible for ECI, is he?
No,
Yeah.
no, because he's already
Okay.
over 3.
Yeah. Well, I think if we can get him back in region, not only do I think it's important for mom to do in-person parenting, but probably, certainly if we don't have parenting that's tailored to children with special needs, or high needs children, then we need to figure out how we can help get her that. And so that may take a little thinking outside of the box, Ms. Garcia, but I think that's what we're really looking at here is we need some real intensive parenting, training and all that, which will obviously be possible if the children are in region. It's almost impossible if they're not. All right, well, I'll continue the department as temporary managing conservator and continue the children's current placement. I find there's a continuing danger to return the children home to any parent at this time. I'm going to order the service plans as an order of the court, and I will see everybody back for our next review hearing on August 11th of 2026. And hopefully we can get the in-region placement, and I'm all good with that. So I give that the thumbs up and the go ahead if we get that worked out. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I'm trying to log in on my phone. I missed, I think, probably a good portion of what happened today.
Okay. Do you need a quick recap?
I think I got most of it. The only thing that I would ask for is, you know, if Miss Garcia would be willing to accommodate without going into specifics, you know, Miss Williams' needs, her mental health needs, and just give her a little grace. I'm guessing you've already recessed, but that was the input that I wanted to give today.
No, I just rendered a ruling, and we basically, I just talked about if we get the kids back in region, we need to do a lot of work with her with hands-on parenting skills and all of that.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I'm sorry about that.
No, do you want me? Okay, no problem. Is this the last thing you had?
No, I've got another final with you here shortly. If
Okay.
I keep having this issue, I may just have to be on my phone because every time I turn my video on, it cuts off.
Okay, no problem. I'll watch the waiting room if you have another device coming in.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Uh-huh. All right, thank y'all.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
And Your Honor, I'm not back until it looks like 11:45. If you want to, I may just log out and see if that gives me a fresh chance at better internet. I'll go around the office and try to log out of some devices, but I may have to change my internet provider if it keeps going this way.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
you bet.
I'm muted. I'm looking for Veronica Ramirez. I'm sorry, Judge. I'm looking for Destiny Swartz. Sorry, she sent me a message she was filling in and I forgot. Destiny, thank you for emailing me again.
No worries. Thank you.
And Judge, Mr. Pirtle sent his signature.
Your Honor, I can't hear you.
Ah, well, that explains that. Okay,
Judge, did you call the case? I didn't hear
Yeah.
anything.
it was my fault. I didn't realize I was muted.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking to somebody else, so I didn't.
No,
I did.
I know.
I did too.
I'm sorry. It's my fault. So,
Okay.
okay. I rarely mute myself, and so I failed to get it unmuted. I'm so sorry. All right, I did call the case. But let's go ahead and just start over. Cause number 100-700E. This is in the interest of Teresa and Esperanza Botello. We're here on a status hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause. We're live streaming, and Ms. Goodman is making our record. All right, Ms. Powell's present for the department. Mr. Pirtle.
When hearings move online, technical issues can interrupt critical legal proceedings, but the court must still maintain due process for all parties involved. The judge is demonstrating flexibility by allowing the case to proceed despite connectivity problems, prioritizing the child's needs over perfect procedure.
Signed an order on Tanya Maybe, Emily Jackson.
Yes, Tanya maybe and
Emily are both on the Hightower case.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I can't remember both of their names, Emily and Tanya. Tanya, I'm not sure.
Debbie Nichols is not on this case.
Debbie Nichols is on Dubois, I believe.
Okay.
Yes, Debbie Nichols is on Dubois.
Okay.
And Judge, if I can have just a brief second with Miss Quinstead and Jessica, that would be great.
Sure. Yep, Ms. McBride in there with you?
Yes, please.
All right, room 1.
And they would still allow them to have contact.
We're back, Judge.
All right, then. At this time, then, I will call cause number 99919E in the interest of Adonis, Isabel, Ariana, and William Brown. We're here today set for our final in this case. We're conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We are live streaming. Ms. Goodman is making our record. All right, we'll take announcements.
Melinda Powell for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. We are present in lieu of a final hearing today. We are requesting an extension in order to continue to work towards reunification.
Judge Jeff Hill on behalf of Father William Brown. Do you have him in the waiting room via a telephone number, a call-in?
I don't. I don't.
Nobody in the waiting room?
Nobody that could be him.
Hang on, he's just calling me back here right now. He
Sure.
was needing to attend by telephone. Hang on, give me a second.
Your Honor, Stacy Zavala on behalf of the children, and I would request at this time that we address the children separately, and when we discuss for William, that we do that off of YouTube.
All right, Mr. Hill, let me see if this is him logging in. All right, I've brought in someone phone number ending in 639. Mr. Brown, is that you by any chance?
It is, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Brown, let me ask you to unmute so we make sure we can hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. We've got a good connection with you, so you can mute until we need to discuss anything with you if you want. All right. Okay, then. Who's gonna be first witness?
Judge, you want Ms. Quinstead to discuss the reasons for extension, or I don't know if Mr. Hill is opposed?
No, Judge, not opposed.
Ms. Zavala? Any opposition?
Not at all. I'm
Okay.
very much in favor.
I do need on the record something to support extraordinary circumstances, so if we could take something brief on that, that'd be great.
I will do that. So my witness will be Aaron Quinstead.
All right. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you'll give today will be the truth?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, you can go right ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Quinstead, please state your name.
My name is Aaron Quinstead.
Okay, and you are familiar with the case involving the Brown children, is that correct?
Yes.
And today you are asking, or St. Francis is asking for an extension in this case, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and what are the circumstances in which St. Francis is asking for an extension?
We do see that there has been progress on Mr. Brown's behalf, so we would like to continue to see what more progress we can make, especially in terms of testing negative on drug tests, as well as continuing unsupervised visits, as well as having him continue to participate in individual therapy. It does seem that he's moving towards becoming a safe and stable parent, and I think he just needs more time to be able to demonstrate that.
Okay, is it your belief that with the extension that at least 3 of the 4 children will be able to be reunified with Mr. Brown?
Yes, that is my understanding.
Okay, I pass the witness.
Okay, anybody have any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. I have reviewed, obviously, the full pharmacy report and that based on the testimony that's been given. Then I do find there are...
The judge granted the request for an extension in the custody case for the Brown children. Based on testimony showing progress in Mr. Brown's rehabilitation, the court determined there were extraordinary circumstances warranting more time. The case is now set for a new review hearing on October 16, 2026, with the goal of achieving reunification for at least 3 of the 4 children. In dependency cases, the judicial focus is not on punishing parents, but on managing the path to safety and stability for the children. Courts use extensions when they believe the necessary therapeutic or rehabilitative work requires more time to be proven successful. Subscribe now to follow complex legal battles and learn how the system works.